Hello YouTube world, welcome back to One in a Million channel. My name is Eunice and I'm super excited to have you guys here for this reveal today. Today we are talking about the 10 signs that say you are going to be extremely successful in the future. So this is a fascinating topic for me because I have a belief that success is written in every single person's books. I believe that every single person, when they come onto this planet, there is a blueprint, there is a code, there is a frequency to be activated, that they can be the most successful version of themselves living on this planet. But it is also my belief that not everyone will choose to activate it. So the reason I'm doing this video is to show you that, there are some traits within yourself that are already there in your life that show you and hint to you, and it's poking at you that you are going to be extremely successful in your life. Like, there is that possibility, there is that reality, there is that version of you out there that is waiting for you to be activated. So the more that you see these signs and the more you recognize them, the more you're like, oh yeah, there is this version of me and I am moving towards it. I'm steadily walking my way, and sometimes I just need to be reminded. So I am doing this, for myself, to remind myself that yes, there is a successful version in me. As a matter of fact, is living in me right now that I am currently activating, and I am sharing this vision with you. So that as I am doing this video and as you are here receiving the message, we both can be supremely activated by the power of what we're going to be talking about today. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right, so sign number 1 is that you are extremely grateful for what you have. No matter where you are in life, no matter how far you have walked, no matter what journey you have been on, and any hardships you have been through in life, you are able to hold an incredible amount of gratitude in your life. And at the same time, you are having big dreams to move forward. Just because you experience immense gratitude in your life does not mean that you are stagnant, does not mean that you're content. It means that you are ready for something so much greater than what is happening right now. And because you have such a profound level of appreciation for, how things have unfolded for you, there is this level of just curiosity and beautiful anticipation of how the pages will turn for you in the future and how the chapters will reveal itself to you in the future. And you are just sitting on the edge of your seat with so much excitement. So that is sign number 1. Sign number 2 is that you are committed to healing and letting go and forgiving people. And as hard as it, forgiving some people might seem, and as difficult and as undeserving as it might seem, you decide that you are going to choose your own peace of mind, your own harmony, your own self-love. Because in the end of the day, all this is about is restoring the wholeness of yourself. This is about restoring the wholeness of who you are as a person, returning the traumas back to those people who gave it to you, returning those old beliefs to those people who gave it to you, returning all the pain that people have done to you. And you are not afraid to go back into your past and unpack the things that have once held you back. To change your behaviors, to change any unhealthy habits. So the pain and the traumas and the wounds that have shaped you as a person in the past does not have to define your future. And you are doing this not for other people, but you are doing it for yourself. Now, one thing that I definitely know about successful people is that they celebrate their successes like crazy. Sometimes it may not necessarily be so public, it may not, be known to so many people. They celebrate. They celebrate their achievements like it is the most meaningful accomplishment in the whole world. The reason for that is simply because the process is just as important as the destination. As they take these little steps, they have these victories, they hit these little milestones, it is confirmation that they are moving along the right path. And it doesn't matter how small or insignificant it may seem, or how silly it may seem to be so happy about something so insignificant, like they celebrate like a crazy person, and there's nothing else that matters more on the planet than hitting their own milestones. So it's always a party in their head, and they, as soon as they celebrate one thing, they're already looking forward to moving to another, and every single accomplishment they have is just moving themselves closer to the goal where they want to be. Sign number 4 is that you are super maneuverable. So it doesn't matter what circumstances are happening in your life, what's happening around you, how your environment is changing, how your social circle is changing, how your job is changing, how the government is changing. It doesn't matter. You are super maneuverable. So whatever the world gives you, you're like, you know what? It's fine. We can work with this. And the reason for that is because you're able to take the resources that you're given, you're able to take the lessons that you're given, and you're able to work with it. It becomes a part of your story. It becomes a part of your masterpiece. So it doesn't matter how messy something may seem in the process. Like, I'm going to turn this into the best and most beautiful, stunning piece ever. It's going to be such a piece of work. And this also means that if you pivot easily and if you're super maneuverable, then it also means that you're never really stuck. Even if you seem like you're stuck, you're never really stuck, because you're always moving along. You're not creating any resistance that you feel like is pushing up against you. You're just working with what you have, and the resistance that seems like it's working against you, you're actually adding that into your advantage, which is an incredible thing. So sign number 5 is that you treat yourself as the most important person in the world. The truth is, it's because you are. So how do you treat yourself as the most important person of the world? Well, you prioritize your energy, you prioritize your time, you prioritize where you put your attention, and you don't burn yourself out. If you are not able to bring yourself to do something, you will not push yourself to the place where you are going to break down, because nothing matters as much as your energy. So you are never going to put yourself second place. You understand profoundly that the only way that you could provide more value into the world, and the only way that the world can benefit more from your presence, is by you being the best version of yourself, you being energized, you being well rested, you being well fed, you actually taking care of yourself. So you prioritize yourself like there is no tomorrow, and you treat yourself like the king and queen you are. All right, so sign number 6 that you are going to be super successful in the future is that you trust yourself to make intuitive decisions without overthinking. While so many people out there are so busy weighing the pros and the cons and trying to make the best decision, the most logical decision, the most rational decision, you are here aligning with your intuition, aligning with what feels the most aligned for you, what feels the most right for you in this moment. And you are listening to your gut. And you are listening to your gut, and you trust it without a doubt. Of course, this comes with great self-esteem. The more you respect your own decisions, the more that you trust your own decision making, the more it has worked well for you in the past. Of course, the more you are going to continue to trust yourself in the future. But in the end of the day, your inner guidance, no matter who is weighing their opinions in on you, no matter who is offering their advice to you, no matter who is telling you what to do and what is the best for you, you know that your inner guidance is the most true to you, and it is the most reliable for you. So one of the things that I find really unique about super successful people is that on the inside, they are so authentic. They are so true to themselves. And this is not something that they can tell you. It's not something that they can show you. It's just a quality that you will eventually come to realize when you have an interaction with them or when you have a conversation with them, is that you have an outstanding commitment to being true to yourself and to your authenticity and speaking your truth and standing for the things that matter to you and anchoring in those truths. and not standing for anything else, because you simply cannot stand the idea of standing on anything that does not have a strong foundation. The one thing that makes you so strong as a person, so resilient as a person, is the fact that you are able to stand up when nobody else will. And you're able to stand upon a foundation that you have built for yourself based on authenticity, based on speaking your true voice, based on rooting for the things that matter to you, based on aligning to your true values. And that is not something that you will ever compromise yourself with. That is a sign that you will be truly successful in the future. So sign number 8 is that you show up with a kind of self-leadership that is unparalleled, because you know that what you do in front of other people and what you do in private should be the exact same thing. And you will always lead yourself, no matter if there's no one pushing you, there's no one motivating you, even if you don't feel like it, even though there are no consequences for not showing up, you still continue to lead yourself. Because what you do and what you strive for is so important for you that you will never let yourself forget that. You will never let yourself compromise for anything less than that. And so you keep yourself accountable, not because you need to push and shove yourself and give yourself a hard time, but because you want to be accountable for the things that actually matter for you, for your mission, for the vision that you have, for the dream that you have, and for the impact that you want to make in the world. And that shows up in the way that you show up, and that shows up in the way that you lead yourself. So for the people who embody self-leadership, I have seen just such an amazing level of commitment that, you can't possibly have learned that anywhere else, but it's like an inside fuel that is just renewable resource that just keeps coming up to you over and over again, and that will never run out. So for the people who show up with so much self-leadership, I can tell a distinctive difference when I see them with the level of commitment that they have, with the level where they show up. They just have this renewable resource inside of them that just never runs out. Now, I have to say, it definitely is a fun thing embodying true success, because sign number 9 is all about creativity. It's all about, responding to your creative hits super fast. Whenever you receive an idea, you catch it, you value it, you cherish it, you see it, you grow it, you envision it, and then it just explodes out of proportion, so that you kind of see yourself as like an idea incubator. Like whatever it is that comes to you, you're like, oh my gosh, we could do something with that. We can help this expand. We can grow this. We can make this happen. And you get super excited because there are all these things that you can do. There are, intuitive hits after intuitive hits, and then there are downloads, and then there's creativity, and then there are like new ways to do things, and then there's innovation. And it's just like a very fast, almost what seems like a super accelerated, exponential way of creating that absolutely makes no sense to people whatsoever, but it makes sense to you because that's how you received it. And so if you create super fast because you get the ideas really quickly and you just can't stop yourself because you love riding with the idea so much, not necessarily trying to be more productive, but whenever you get an idea, you just want to run with it, then this is definitely one of the benefits and a sign that you're going to be super successful. So tip number 10, we're at the very last one, and I think this is perhaps one of the most important ones, because in our childhood and probably in so many of our cultures, being ultra successful is not a glorified thing. As a matter of fact, there are so many people in the society shame other people for being successful, for being boastful. They make them look bad. They make them look greedy. They try to say that, they're just doing it for the fame. And there is kind of a bad rep for wanting to be successful. But the truth is, these are just outdated beliefs that you have probably accepted from, the past generations or from society that you don't want to keep. So what do? You overcome, or you're working on overcoming, your success triggers that make you uncomfortable about people's success or about your own success. Whether if it's, because you feel like your success is going to make other people unhappy, or it's going to make other people jealous, or it's going to make other people uncomfortable. It's going to make people feel like you're outshining them, for example. Or you are overcoming the idea probably of, successful people are greedy. They just want the attention. Like, you are overcoming these, old concepts that you feel like, this no longer resonates with me. And you are building a new system of belief of what success means to you. You are building a belief that you can have it all. You can be happy, you can be joyful, you can have love in your life, and you can have health in your life. And at the same time, running a very successful business, or having successful connections, and having an incredible family and loving relationship. You are bringing yourself to a level where you have so much self-awareness and so much, happiness being in other people's success, that you can actually be happy for the success of others, because it reflects just how much more you can achieve in your own world, if not even better. So those are the 10 signs that you are going to be super, super, ultra successful in the future. Oh my gosh, I honestly had so much fun recording this, and I don't want this video to stop. The truth is, I believe that there is an ultra successful version of you behind the eyes of the person who was watching this video right now. I have so much belief in you. I have 100% conviction in you. And now it is the time for you to believe and see this in yourself. I just want to see you do incredible things on this planet. I hope this video not only inspires you, but activates something inside of you. And if so, please let me know in the comments how this has awakened you and re-energize you to do the thing that you are put on this planet to do. And thank you for spending this time with me. With that said, take care, and I will be seeing you in the next video.